What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. Let's get down to some big news here. We'll start here first with Republican Senator Lindsey Graham responding to the Georgia grand jury recommending criminal charges against him for election interference. Here's what he has to say. Let me know your thoughts on this.
What do you think of the report being released today, its contents, and what the recommendation was from the special grand jury?
I'm very worried about the country right now. I was the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee. This election was contested in courts in multiple states. I had to explain to the people of South Carolina my vote, had to decide whether or not to have a hearing about the allegations in Georgia and other places. I called around different states, including Georgia. As a sitting United States Senator, chairman of the Judiciary Committee, I eventually certified the election in all states, including Georgia. I didn't find any evidence of mass voter fraud, but I did have concerns about the mail-in ballot systems in Georgia and other places. This is troubling for the country. We can't criminalize senators doing their job when they have a constitutional requirement to fulfill. It would be irresponsible for me, in my opinion, as chairman of the committee, not to try to find out what happened. It would be irresponsible for me to tell the voters of South Carolina what I did without actually trying to find out what the right answer was. So we're opening up Pandora's box here. Fulton County is one of the most liberal jurisdictions in the country. I fear this will spread, that the next election, Democrats may be on the other side of this. So at the end of the day, nothing happened. What I did was consistent with my job as being United States Senator, chairman of the Judiciary Committee, but it was just not me. 3 United States senators were opening up Pandora's box. I think the system in this country is getting off the rails, and we have to be careful not to use the legal system as a political tool.
And there's a growing talk about two different things here. Number one, impeachments from the Republican side. And Kevin McCarthy, leader of the Republicans in the House of Representatives, I do think they're going to be pushing forward with that. I also think they're going to be taking their time with that, as remember, the election is still over a year away, about a year and 2 months away here. I think they're not going to be rushing that at all, with the election still plenty of time away. I think they're going to take some time with that. 2024 even. The other talk I'm starting to see brewing here, will President Biden be forced out or bow out of the election, 2024 election? And will another Democrat become the Democratic nominee? Potentially California Governor Gavin Newsom. Potentially. I don't think Kamala Harris has enough support to become the next Democratic, even the Democratic nominee. You guys can let me know your thoughts on this, but I think maybe California Governor Gavin Newsom could be the Democratic candidate. You guys can let me know your thoughts here on this. We're also seeing former President Donald Trump with some new legal trouble here, that reportedly one of his lawyers gave him, quote, a several months warning that the FBI could arrive at his Mar-a-Lago resort to retrieve classified documents that they sought. According to a legal expert, legal analyst and former federal prosecutor Joyce Vance was reacting to voice notes from Trump attorney Evan Corcoran obtained by ABC News, which suggests the former president was told back in May of 2022 that federal agents would search his Florida estate for sensitive materials if they did not comply with a federal subpoena to return them. This conversation cast major doubts on Trump's original claims that he was not prepared for the FBI search in August of 2022, which he describes on Truth Social as a, quote, horrible and shocking break-in. Yeah, so this also could lead to more legal trouble for the potential one of the cases that former President Donald Trump has to deal with. Also, there is an impeachment trial going, or just starting here, for Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, who claims that fellow Republicans plotted to oust him. And this is his actual part of his impeachment trial defense. Yeah, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton has long denied corruption accusations that has dogged him for years. Yeah, his attorneys so far have presented no evidence in the trial, which is now continuing, and that Paxton was a victim of an attempt to replace him. The former apes gave testimony about how Paxton pressured them to help a political donor who was under FBI investigation and was a possible setup. Yeah, Paxton attorneys have raised questions about lobbyists and a meeting with Governor Greg Abbott, his office, and have brought up George P. Bush, who lost to Paxton in last year's Republican primary. How many George Bushes are there? Apparently, there's a lot. But, quote, it was not a mutiny, one of Paxton's former aides said. From what he's saying, he's making it sound like it is. We were protecting the interests of the state and protecting the interests of the attorney general, and in my view, signing our professional death warrant at the same time. Wow. We also are growing closer and closer to a government shutdown, as the Republicans especially are really divided on what they want, and especially Republicans and Democrats even more divided. So we will have to see what will happen here. I will keep you up to date. So if you haven't yet, click the subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. Thanks for liking and sharing these videos here as well. New videos come out here every day, 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click here to see the new mandates and closures coming, or click here to see this new crisis coming that's going to affect millions. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.